Fight number 3 this evening will be contested in the featherweight division under C-class rules over 3 3-minute rounds. And introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 65.4 kilos and trains out of Gamebred Academy. Tonight he makes his MMA debut as a contestant on season 4 of the Wimp to Warrior program. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jamal the Taipan Woodford. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 64.0 kilos and trains out of Ignite Martial Arts. Tonight he also makes his MMA debut. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tim Moroney. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Jamie Huco.
Okay, fight number 3.
So underway here in fight number 3 of the evening here, gentlemen, in the featherweight division. And we see into the big double leg there for Tim Moroney.
Looking to take that mount early. He's ended up in half. He's holding on to that guillotine. He might want to let go of that. Doesn't want to be Von Flood.
So very interesting position to be in here now on top for Tim Moroney. Of course, no strikes to the head of a grounded opponent, I believe, here in this fight. But strikes to the body, perfectly legal. Now back to closed guard, we have the Taipan, Jamal Woodford.
Interesting position for both boys to be in so early in the fight as well. You know, especially when both fighters are looking to not expend that first gust of energy.
Well, these guys are throwing. Beautiful spinning back kick there. Looked like it hit the target. But Jamal's just shrugged it off.
Still nice and calm, Jamal. Once again, telling him he's ready.
Yes, a bit of gamesmanship here. Jamal just having a bit of a conversation there with Tim Moroney. Tim doesn't want to talk, though. He's
pretty sharp, though, isn't he? He's landed a couple through there.
Yeah, looking very sharp on the feet.
Wow, he's got to be a little bit more prepared for that, because those kicks will sneak through.
So up against the cage now we go. Tim Moroney looking to change levels here, potentially looking to attack a single leg. Holding on to the neck here is Jamal Woodford. So right in front of us here in the commentary booth. And at the moment, Tim Moroney doesn't look like in too much trouble as far as the grip around the neck goes. But Jamal Woodford with a slight little adjustment and things maybe now a little more precarious in this position, Joel. What should Jamal Woodford look to do?
I think he needs to abort the neck and look at getting an underhook, getting both feet on the ground, circling off.
Well, right on cue, a little late there for the advice from Joel Zepasfari as we see Jamal go for a bit of a ride. Tim Moroney now in a top half guard.
Second big takedown for the round for Tim.
The fighters are right in front of us here. So these are the best seats in the house. He's just holding on. Jamal on the bottom here. He's got a half guard. Into closed guard here. So look, maybe he can, in this position here, this is all skewed towards Jamal. He's got all the submissions and stuff he can do from here. So in C-class fights, there's no punches to the head. So the closed guard position is a position for the bottom fighter.
And big head kick right on the buzzer there from Tim Moroney. So Jamal Woodford eating some big shots in that round. Doesn't look too phased though. And I think pretty clearly that opening round more than likely going to the red corner there. We saw a couple of big takedowns as we see on the replay here. The head kick at the finish. And once again, like you mentioned earlier, Matt, just leaning off center line a little bit. And Tim Moroney reading that well, landing that rear head kick.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you can be confident in yourself, and you can always feel that, you know, certain shots aren't going to phase you. But it's the one you're not It's the one you're not paying attention to that sneaks through that might put the lights out. It was funny, though, at the end of the round, though, Tim Moroney shrugged his shoulders, had a bit of a chuckle to himself. He obviously feels he's landed quite a few punches and kicks on Jamal, and he's not going down, so...
So big breaths in the red corner there for Tim Moroney. A lot of energy expended there with those big takedowns, but I think quite clearly, gentlemen, that first round will lean to the red corner.
I'm impressed with how relaxed the Taipan is here. Just relaxed and calm. Simon Clow had some stern words with him, so we'll see if he sticks to the game plan or switches it up here.
And it's such a big experience, isn't it, to go from 6 months of solid training to all come down to 9 minutes of an MMA fight. Must be pretty surreal for him right now to actually finally get in there and put all that practice to work.
Yeah, no, definitely the nerves, I'm sure, will be running high there for the Taipan as we see the kick just bounce off the hip there from Tim Moroney. So Tim's footwork in particular, super impressive here for a young man on debut. Looking super sharp as he makes his way around the cage. Teep kick down the middle there. Looks like it gets a bit of a reaction out of the Taipan.
Jamal well supported in the crowd too. I noticed when he walked out, he had a good contingency of fans here as well.
Got to be careful of those knees when they're standing. They have to go to the body.
So at the moment, it looks like the footwork of Tim Moroney just creating a bit of a couple of issues there for Jamal Woodford, trying to chase him around the cage. But we're seeing Tim use his feet really well. As once again we see Jamal Woodford swinging some heavy leather.
Jamal lands his biggest punch of the night.
I don't like him leaning to the right, to his left there with the hands down. I think Tim's going to look to time that again.
And Tim looks to be throwing a couple of kicks to the body as well. We know he can get that leg kick up to the head. So hopefully he's not sucking Jamal into a couple of body kicks and then all of a sudden going to throw the one up top.
So once again, I'd just like to spotlight the footwork here of Tim Moroney, switching stances at will. Looking super sharp southpaw as he is orthodox. So back to orthodox he goes. Let's see, once again, that kick to the body there, Matt. So like you mentioned, he might be looking to go up high as we see a knee to the body.
And he's definitely feeling to the body, isn't he?
Yeah, that jumping knee to the body was impressive.
A big body punch to the body's where this fight's going to stop. Good stop, Jamie. Jamie Hugo with the stoppage there.
So there we have a second round TKO when it all gets made official there for Tim Moroney. And a great performance there. A lot of heart shown from Jamal the Taipan Woodford. And we wish him all the best in his martial arts career.
Yeah, well. Yeah, so here we go. We got the replay here, that spinning back kick. That was nice. It was all about going to the body here for Tim Moroney. That was the key, is that head kick. One of the nice takedowns here. Yeah, beautiful. It was, as he was leaning off to the left, Tim was timing that, and yeah, definitely something that he'd watched. He chunked the data, and then he had that head kick waiting there for him. Finishing with a bit of a flurry to the body.
So ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes and 24 seconds of round number 2. Declaring your winner by TKO in the red corner, Tim Moroney.
Great fight for Tim. He was nice and smart about it. Went about it a great way, but Jamal definitely can be proud.
Calendar.
Good performance by Liam. Kept it on the feet. Bradfield, he can definitely hold his head high. Both fighters put on a good performance there. So in the end of the day, 50% of the people fighting tonight are going to lose.
Yeah, it's one of those cliched where there was no loser in that fight, but if that could ever come true, that was pretty run of the